biohacking, performance, mastery, mindset, holistic health. This is a show about getting better every single day. I'm on a mission, guys, to help over 1 million people get healthy and lose weight. Why? Because when you lose weight and get healthy, you have higher self-esteem. You have more self-confidence. And that person goes out and crushes their goal and starts living the highest version of themselves, and then they have way more impact on the world. Yes. YES. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome back to another Mindset and Motivational Monday. Today I want to get into the 5-second rule and how you can use this 5-second rule to become more productive and crush procrastination, because that's the importance. And so you would think, hey, I try to keep these podcasts about like 10 minutes in the morning, so maybe I'll keep today to about 5 seconds. That's all you need, right? But before we get started, I just want to announce, I've been kind of talking about this. I created a cheat sheet, a little template. It's what I call, and what I see in a lot of my clients is that the most effective ones and the most productive, they actually have certain mindsets that they exhibit. And so I go over the top 10 mindsets that I think you need to be successful either in life as well as maintaining a certain diet. So if you want that cheat sheet, just simply email me info@joellivingcoaching, or simply shoot me a DM. Hey, Joel, I want that, and I'll send it to you. So that's that. And then let's get started. The 5-second rule. So I want to talk about why this rule, where I came up with this rule. And, I'm sure many great philosophers and people have talked about it before, but this was popularized by Mel Robbins. And actually, I can't even remember what her background is in like media or what it was. But either way, she came out with this book called The 5-Second Rule. And that's where I got this. That's where I got this term from. That's where kind of it became popular. So, she was going through all these things in life, and she was going through these, I think, like a lot of like depression and a lot of these just bad issues. She might have even lost her job. This is an older book, but she's still, I think, kind of popular. And what she created is she created this rule. So just all of a sudden started counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then she would just take action. She would just go. And that was like the jettison. That's what like kicked her off to getting her better. That's what like eliminated her depression, got her from, I think she had lost her job, to getting a new job. I mean, now she's a very successful author and all these things. So you can look at it, and she and her book goes into like how this works, and then how you can also use it in other parts of your life, whether you have anxiety or a diet maybe you're trying to fix, and all these other things. But so here's the interesting thing, right? And she says this in the book: you are one decision away, always. You are one decision away from your entire life. Isn't that the truth, right? Like, we are all just like one step away, one decision. I always tell clients too, like, you will do so well in this program. Why? Because you decided. You decided to take action. You decided to move forward and take that first step. I love, there's, I studied Latin in college, and the word desire means to decide, to decide. That's the root word. It means to cut off. You are cutting off your past, and you are moving forward into the future. And that simple aspect is so symbolic, and it means so much. And that's why, again, you will start losing weight. You will start doing really well in this program, just for those very own factors, right? Now, here's the other thing we need to understand: why this 5-second rule works. Why does counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, big deal? Like, why does that work? How could that have any effect on my productivity and just how I overall operate in life? Well, most of us overthink stuff. Isn't that true? Most of us overthink stuff, and that really leads to our procrastination. And you can think about it, whether you're waking up early in the morning, like, should I get up? Should I go to the gym? Should I stop watching TV? I know I should be doing something. Should I stop snacking? These are all feelings. These are all thoughts. And these thoughts come and they go. They're transient. There is a great, and I think he was I'll have to look it up, a brain. He did a lot of studies on the brain, and a lot of that research comes back from him, is Damasio. And he says, we feel before we act. And he said he's one of the ones who's popularized this idea, is that, 95% of our decisions are made by feelings. which is crazy, right? Only 5% of what we actually make decisions is based on our prefrontal cortex, that decision making, like executive function. Like, we think we are so rational. We think we are the most rational human beings ever, but most of our decision making is all based on thoughts and feelings. And those come and go depending on what the mood we are in, right? And so, what makes this 5 second rule so powerful is that you actually activate the prefrontal cortex. You actually activate that decision making portion of your brain. It's really easy to count forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have to really think about that. But counting backwards takes it interrupts my pattern. It takes some refocusing. And so I have to actually count backwards: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you get that 5 seconds, you get that like brief, but then it's time to go. It's time to take action. It's time to get up and move. It's time to remember the hardest step in anything. If you're chilling and you're zoning out on Netflix, the hardest decision is to get up, is to actually get up and move. The rest, once you start moving, as we know, like, oh, once I get to the gym, I feel good. Once I do this, things start, yeah, because the momentum's already built. Steps 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not that hard. It's the first step. The first step is always the hardest. There's this quote I love by Martin Luther King. He says, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So many of us want to see like all the other steps, and we don't even know what steps 2, 3, 4, 5 are with whatever it is we're trying to do. And so I think that also limits us from taking just that first step. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That gets you up. That gets you moving. That there's no more thinking. You just took out the whole thought, the whole feeling process. It's very binary. It's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to get in action. I'm going to do something. That is the key. And that's why this 5 second rule works so well. So try that, because you can't always control, right, how you feel. You just can't. And again, we emotionally get triggered. We get something hits us, but you can always change how you act. And this counting can help interrupt those patterns of how we might act. I will use this actually with clients a lot, and use it as a way to tune in or anchor into presence, right? By simply counting backwards: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shift, breathe, move from, if you're in a panic state, if you're in a anxious state, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe, move in, shift into who you want to be, because it disrupts that pattern, right? And again, once you say one, go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, it's time to make a decision. It's time to, you have to do something. You don't get to think about it anymore. And so it eliminates all the thinking and the feeling, and it takes that all out of it. You can also try this by moving, because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, when we physically move, the physiology changes the way your mind falls in line. Sometimes we can't get our brain to fall lockstep in what we want to do. So use the body, and the brain will follow. Use that motion, use that energy. Think how much better we feel when we have this energy and we're moving, right? The body will fall in, the mind will fall in line. It'll catch up to what the body's doing. So the 5 second rule is really a starting ritual, okay? And it triggers that prefrontal cortex. It gets you out of that fight or flight state. It gets you out of that feeling emotional state, and gets you more into executive functioning, and gets you into making good decisions, better decisions, hopefully more logical decisions, which is what we all think we are. I'm such a logical person. No, you're not. Most of our feelings, again, are based on emotions, feelings, thoughts, and those come and go. So it depends how we are in that moment, right? This is a great way to anchor you back into presence. This is a great way to anchor you back into that less monkey mind, and then just go make a decision. I think most of us are, including myself, we are very much in line with, I don't know. I don't know what I want to eat for dinner, or I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. And we need to be more decisive in our lives. We need to start taking more action so we can actually get to our goals. And the more decisive you are, the better you're going to be at making, at getting to other places in your life. So if you start being more decisive in just your weight loss, or in your relationship or whatever, that is going to transcend into better decision making in your business, your relationships, mind, body, soul, right? Everything. So I hope this was helpful. Try the 5 second rule out this week, counting backwards. If you need something to initiate, it's your starting point. If you need to get up early in the morning, the alarm goes off. Oh my God, 4 a.m. I can't believe it. This is terrible. No, count backwards: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And just Get up. No more thinking. Make the decision. Go. If something happens with, your family and you're about to burst, you're about to react a certain way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift into this person. Become this person. Reframe anxiety that way. Reframe stress. Reframe whatever's going on. Use this as your anchor. Use this as the jump off, the 5-second rule. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Let's have an amazing week and finish up August strong. I can't wait to get into some of the things this week. I've got a great podcast dropping tomorrow with My Pure Water. We talk about distilled water, why it is, I think it's something. It's what I use in my house, and I think everyone should be switching over to distilled water. We get into that. Weight Loss Wednesday, gonna have some good stuff. I just came back from a 3-day conference, so I am going to share a lot of that with you guys. And so a lot of good things coming this week. I look forward. I got some really good podcasts that I'm recording this week with Don Moxley from Longevity Labs. He has a new HRV supplement. That's going to be exciting. I think you guys are going to like to hear about that. Risa Grew, she has a new book on ADHD and the ADHD diet. And she's seen a lot of success in that. Can't wait to interview her. And then I will be on an amazing podcast, which I'll be talking about later this week. So have an amazing, blessed week, guys. I look forward to hearing and learning more from all of you this week. Bye.